It is Aloha Friday, everyone's favorite time of the week. You should see our phones, our emails on days like this every Friday. Everyone's sending out Aloha Friday, Happy Aloha Friday. Go enjoy Pauhana, happy hour. There's a lot of joy and delight around this moment. Even old friends that have moved away, moved off island, exchanging those delightful messages. Everyone's happy to see it. There's a little rainbow out there, a little flower. So happy Aloha Friday to you, wherever you are. And a little taste of aloha, a little taste of Hawaii in your day. As you can see, I'm flying solo again whole week. St. Johnny needed some quiet time, some rest. So, so happy for him to get away, enjoy some time on Kauai. If you haven't been there, would absolutely recommend you spend some time there on a future trip to Hawaii. Even a couple of days, the pace slows down so much. Absolutely gorgeous. There's water everywhere. And Waimea Canyon is kind of got the Grand Canyon vibes, but with lots of green, lots of water as well, waterfalls. So, without further ado, this week's episode of the Hulahan, let's jump in. Bear with me as I switch screens around. All right, here we go. So, we're coming up on Thanksgiving. If you didn't know, just next week around the corner. But what that usually means is a busy season for Maui. Typically, our most busy time of the year is from about Thanksgiving to Easter in the spring. So, this is when the most amount of people are visiting, trying to escape the cold of up north, the gray of the Pacific Northwest, or just coming out to celebrate holidays, special moments, and of course, everyone's favorite, whale season. So the whales are here, they're coming, and they're on their way, and they will be ready to greet all the wonderful visitors this time of the year. So we will jump in. So right off the bat, single family in Wailuku, 100 Lililehua Street, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 1,700 square feet for 1.55. So originally set at 1,695, 180 days on the market. If I were a betting man, I would say this is still a little aspirationally priced, a little bit overpriced based on what it is. Mentioned to you guys on Wednesday that we typically, kind of your average house, 1,200 square feet is for 1,000,001. So there's an extra 400,000 for a couple hundred square feet. Doesn't seem to be catching people's attention. Zero Hana Road, we have a bit of a flag lot here. A flag lot because it looks like a flag. So you have the big kind of flag area, and then it looks like a pole, which is the granted uh, property for access or a driveway, something like that. So this is down in Kihei, R2 residential zoning for $1 million. Got 0.66 acres here. That's a pretty large plot of land in Maui. You don't see that amount of land, especially in Kihei. So absolutely uh, decent for the space. So you have water meter already installed. You can build a main house. You can build a cottage, and there's still opportunities to build and develop on Maui. 4281 Wailina Place. This is in Wailea. So 3 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, 6 months on the market in the Gulf Vistas. 6.7 originally. Now it's down to 6,495. Still seems a bit aspirational for people, but beautiful spot. Grass driveway. Be a little dated for some people's taste at this price point in this area. People typically want something a little more modern than that. Kahalimakai, one bedroom, one bath, 650,000 list price. It's been on the market for 2 months already, dropped at 49,000. This is another one of those apartment zoned, potentially going away, which is most likely why these are sitting. In the heights of the Airbnb boom, these units flew off the market like hotcakes. Uniquely to this unit, you do have a great view. This is kind of a zoomed in view over this residential lot next door of the West Valley Mountains. Aleona, another apartment zoned, potentially going away. This is unit 401, listed for 775 just yesterday. So it's up high, you get the view. These units are a bit interesting in their layout, as you can see here. So the bedroom is kind of tucked back in that back left corner with some sort of soji screen pocket door kind of setup. So not super private, but does kind of give you open living. 558 square feet, pretty small for one bedroom compared to some of the neighboring properties, but 775, that to me is probably 100,000, 150,000 aspirationally priced. 178 North River Road. We got almost 3/4 of an acre here in Wailuku. Make some plans to potentially build on it. But if you're looking for land, could be an option for you. New listing at Royal Kahana. This is unit 806. So here you go. $699 for a one bedroom, one bath with an ocean view, bigger size than the Haleona Loa. This one is hotel zoned, so that rentability is not going away. A little bit higher on the HOA fees, does include electricity. So you get your choices. $699, a little bit bigger complex, a little more amenities versus 775. So these units are very spacious. 777 square feet, 777. This one's a bit on the dated side, so maybe even a little bit more room in that price. I know there are some other units that are a lot more updated than this, even some that our clients have. So if you're interested in something like this, give us a note. Makani Akai in Ma'alaya. We don't see too many of these come up, and now this has been the second one in a couple of weeks. So 22 listed at 890. Again, apartment zoned. So that could be going away, which means the value of this could change. So popular complex has been for a long time. As mentioned, you don't see them come up very often. Down at the end of the road in Ma'alaya, right by Haycraft Beach Park, it is a very quiet spot. You don't get many people down there at all. New listing at Hulahan in the B stack. So A stack is kind of direct on ocean view, and then B is a bit more like if we look at it like an L shape. So A is here, B is here, kind of perpendicular to the ocean. So you get not quite the same effect in the view. I'm not sure why they're not leading with a view picture. There you go. So this one is even tucked because it is in the one stack. So it's kind of tucked behind the A building. So you're looking at the A building. You get a bit of a view. So 1.1 million for this 2-2 hotel zoned, almost 2,500 a month in maintenance fees. Maui Kemaole, it's a one bedroom, two bath, just under 1.1, newly listed as well. A little dark on the photos here. Another apartment zone potentially going away. Seeing a lot more listings as we typically do this time of the year. It is when the listings and the inventory tends to tick up. A lot of people want to take advantage of the busier time on the island. Here's an absolute masterpiece at Wailea Point, one up front. We mentioned maybe last week or the week before, some of these go as high as 25, 30 million. This one at 16.5 million, four bedroom, six bath, 4,200 square feet. They live large. They have absolutely stunning views. Got the walking path down there. If you are in the market for something luxurious, this is absolutely the place to go without having all of the maintenance of a single family home. Very private community. It's gated, 24/7 security. It is a very peaceful spot. 1756 Halama Street, 5.9 for this guy. 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,400 square feet. Halama Street, you are absolutely paying for the location and the street itself. This is one of the most desirable areas in Kihei. Up and down the street, have all kinds of compounds on the ocean side and across the road. This particular one of the smaller ones, that you're paying mainly for the dirt and the opportunity to potentially redevelop this one. Well, rental here in Makawao. So 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, 1,200 square feet, or 3,250 a month. We do have a lot of clients that consider moving out here. We often recommend that they check out a rental for about 6 months, see if they actually like living on the island. For a lot of people, it's a dream. For a lot of people, you'll see their responses to different questions. If they could live anywhere for a year of time, they would absolutely live on Hawaii. And for a lot of people, that's about as long as it lasts, 6 months to a year. And they kind of, some people get fed up with it. They feel it's too small. They feel a bit claustrophobic. They feel far from family, maybe not as much nightlife as they desire. So it's one thing to vacation on the island. It's a whole nother thing to live, and it's not for everyone. 2150 Kamali'i Street, 5.25 million. This is an absolutely beautiful picture in the Wailuku Country Estates. That is absolutely a vibe. It's a beautiful neighborhood, super quiet. There are some great compounds in here. You do have a main house, 4 bedroom, 5.5 bath for 3,000 square feet. You do have another Ohana, 1,500 square feet, 3 beds, 3 baths, all on about 3 acres. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. A little bit of distance from town. It's a beautiful drive. Not for the faint-hearted, though. There are a lot of switchbacks. 44 Iliahi Way, up in Laniapoko. 3 bedrooms, 3 bath, 2,700 square feet. And this one has been CPR'd. So this is Unit A, almost 2 acres here. And then there's probably a Unit B, which is a cottage that has been sold off already, or maybe they're holding on to it. Not quite sure. Kahana Sunset in the A building. So this is 2 beds, 2.5 baths, newly listed 1.495. This F building here closest to the water is having some major issues with erosion. As you can see, it's pretty much in the water. We do have some pictures where the water actually goes over the building, and their potential assessments to buy them out, rebuild, seawall. That is the point of caution there. Absolute compound over on Lanai. This 7 bedroom, 9 bath, almost 8,500 square feet is listed for 17 million. Oceanfront, tons of space. Like just around the corner from Manili Bay. This is a massive house. A little bit of a Tuscan style going on just before the golf course. Could be a great retreat center. Could be an absolute retreat to the quiet and solace of Lanai if you want to get away from it all. This is the island where Bill Gates was married at one point, and apparently he bought out the whole island for the event. Every helicopter tour, every boat trip, every ferry spot, just to get the peace and quiet. Money can do a lot of things for you. Mahana, Unit 108 on the ground floor. You don't quite have those hotel Those cruise ship sort of vibes. 1.2 million for a 1-1, 2,500 a month on the maintenance fees. Not the prettiest of pictures. It's a kind of a dated unit. Mahana is gorgeous. One of our favorite spots there in West Maui. Villas at Kehalani. This is one of Jonny's favorite complexes in town. They live large, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 1,700 square feet with garage space. Under $1,000 on the maintenance fees. Gated community. These are nice spots. If you want something quiet, if you want something up on the hill, you want easy access to town, maybe you work at the hospital, it's a great spot to land. 263 South Alu Road in Wailuku. This is Wailuku Heights, another one of our favorite neighborhoods. Getting a lot of favorites today. On a smaller size in terms of the house. And let's see if it captures the views at all. There you go. This is what Wailuku Heights is all about. Views of town, Haleakala, North Shore, views for days. I imagine this one will move quick, simply for what it is. Over 1/4 of an acre, 1/3 of an acre actually. Maybe some room for an ohana on there to develop a bit more. Some land over in Laniapoko, Punakea Loop. This is 6.02 acres. Says it has been CPR'd. Not sure what's going on here. This allows for 1,500 square feet in Laniapoko, originally designed to be kind of farm spaces, which some of them are. And here you go, up in IQ, 3 beds, 2 baths, 1,600 square feet with another 1,000 square foot ohana. Little compound action for 2.9. It'll continue right along. This one I mentioned on Wednesday. A little 1/3 of an acre in Makawao, room to build and develop on it, but under $1 million. Something you could move into right away. CPR off the other side. 299 Lani Place. Mentioned this one the other day. It was originally 2.25 down to 1.9. All kinds of rental units in there. As usual. Little rental space over in Lahaina. Listed for $5,000 a month. Looks like they canceled it. Didn't get any takers. So one expired at Ka'anapali Ali'i, who's a 1-2 for 3.295. 1 year on the market. No takers. Set back a little, nice looking unit. This is kind of the prized possession of Ka'anapali Beach. Getting into the pendings. Cliffs at Kahakaloa. This is 4 acres and a 4-bedroom house. You are totally away from it all out here. It's a beautiful location, a bit more local style. Yeah, moving right along. Wailea Pualani, this one at 3.7 moved after almost 6 months on the market. Dropped the price a bit. Got it moving. The Wanakai for 2.2. 2-bedroom, 2-bath. 900,000. That price was reasonable. Under $1 million for a 2-bedroom condo, oceanfront. Whether or not it allows vacation rentals seems like a fairly good deal. This one moved pretty quick, a month on the market for this leasehold at Malaya Yacht Marina. And this listing at the top of Maui Meadows moved pretty quickly, 30 days. Royal Mauian, just over 3 months on the market. Large, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,300 square feet. So the unique always sells fairly quickly on Maui. Massive ocean views over the pool, nicely upgraded. Originally 379, drops down to 3.5, and got that one moved. 95 Haele Place in Makawao. It's a bit of a compound. You have a main house, 3.2, and you also have a cottage, 2.1. 700 square feet. These are beautiful spots. It's what people really want when they're thinking about country living. Got the main house, got the cottage, get some rental income, board your lifestyle, have some peace and quiet on a half acre. Absolutely beautiful property. This one moved quick. Once they dropped the price, 221 days on market, got that one moving. 84 Kwani Loop in Wailuku, a little bit bigger than the average, the quintessential 2,000 square feet. Listed for 1.6, dropped it down to 1.55. 129, yeah, Loop. This one was in and out of escrow a couple times. 1,055,000 was a good price in the market. They got it for 990 on a conventional loan. Probably a local family, so it's good news. This one here in Kihei, 141 Hokai Place, was listed at 3.75, dropped the price a bit, and ended up closing at 3.5. Conventional loan. So there are still people in the luxury space using loans. Imagine maybe a bit of a play that rates are going to go down at some point, but either way, some people are still borrowing money. This Kihei Villages was at 495 for a 1.5. This was a bit of a deal, and they got even more of a deal by offering all cash for 455. 2595 Ala Olu Place. This one's cash, a little bit above the asking price, so about a third of an acre on a CPR. This was a very cute plantation style house and got all the action. This spot in Wailuku, a little bit of a compound here for 155. And someone got it done on a conventional loan after 5 months on the market. Grand Champs. So it's changed a little bit. Apartment zoning, that might go away in terms of the rentability, but 2-2 condo in Wailea. A lot of second homes here. Originally at 165, they ended up closing at 1,250. Get me out. And that's what we're seeing, gang. This time, with where the market's at, with things not moving as quickly as they have at certain times, though not too uncommon for Maui. A couple of years ago, 2017-18, things were 270 days on market. 9 months on market was pretty average. And then we had the COVID market, which things sped up very quickly. And now we're back. So it's about what we expect in some ways, but if people are looking to sell this time with where the market's at, there's probably a reason for it, which means there might be room in the negotiation. As you see here, 225,000, dropped it down to 189.9, eventually closed 175 with some seller financing. A fractional at the Whaler, that moved. This Harbor Lights was a 2-bedroom in the D building. So 279 originally, closed at 230. So not commanding the same prices that we were commanding before. Might be a little room. This spot in Wailuku was a 3-bed, 1.5 bath. House looks in pretty rough shape, but sold before listed for 500,000. Look at that, 1/4 acre for a house in Wailuku for 500,000. There are some deals, especially when you know people. Appreciate you, gang, for hanging out with me this week. Hopefully you weren't too bored, didn't fall asleep. If you have some ideas for us, if you have any questions, comments, drop them in the chat. St. Jonny will be back next week. I'd imagine we'll do a Monday, Wednesday episode. Nothing on Friday for the Thanksgiving. So grateful for each of you for tuning in. If we can help in any way, if we can answer any questions, if we can provide you any tips, tricks, or strategies for finding your way to Maui, let us know. Until next time, aloha.